Hey guys, it's Ashley Amick with Yard at RS, and I'm here with my daughter. This is Carly. She's gonna help me paint today. Give me just 1 second while I try to get everything ready. Let's see. It's telling me there's an error loading, but I see a couple of y'all, so hopefully, there we go, okay. Hi guys, so glad to see y'all. Sorry I did not make it on yesterday. We had to do some maintenance on our machine, so I wasn't able to cut like I thought I'd be able to. So today we're gonna be working on some firecrackers and stars. I did go ahead, hi Terry, good to see you. I did go ahead and went ahead and did some base coating on these. So depending on what your base coat color is, if you know you're gonna do something red, you're going to want to base coat in red. Red is a very difficult color to cover over top of anything like a white. And red is also one of those paints that will drive you absolutely insane once you start working with it because the pigment in it is difficult to work with. So on this one, you can see I painted that red first, and you get that really good deep base in that red. But this one I painted white, and I don't know if y'all could see my strokes in the red because I did the red on top of white. So that's going to give you that difference between that deeper red and the streaky kind of almost, it's still red, but almost like a pink red it looks like. So I did go ahead and just get 2 coats of my base on these. Some of these I did them in red, some of them I did them in white. Quite honestly, I don't even have a set plan with what I'm going to show you guys today. We're just going to play around with some different things. I really envision these having some maybe polka dots, some stars and stripes, but I didn't want to actually put that into the pattern because I wanted the kids to be able to do this as creatively as they want to. So, hey Marcy, good to see you. I'm so glad y'all are here. By the way, all the birthday wishes today, thank y'all so much. It's been a great day. Carly made me a cake, and Zach is taking me to sushi, where we will enjoy sushi in our car in the Kashi parking lot. But hey, that's okay. All right. So Carly is actually going to be showing us some splatter paint. So I thought that would be fun to have her show so that all the kids can see how easy it is. So Carly, I'm gonna let you scoot over a little bit. All right, now when you're doing any kind of splatter paint, you wanna make sure everything is out of the way. Anything you don't want that paint on, you want it far, far away. So she's just got that plain star. They come with a stake on them, but I just cut these this morning because I needed them for the live, so mine don't have stakes, but all of the ones at the store and all the ones that you guys order will have stakes on them. So, and all of the stuff I'm doing, I'm using a lighter blue, or we call this a brilliant blue, and red. We also have navy if you prefer navy. If you don't have any navy at home and this one's all you got, you can make navy by mixing a little bit of black with this. I preferred to do them the brilliant blue because I feel like they stand out more, but obviously navy blue is more patriotic. So she's gonna start with white, and here I go spilling water all over me. She's gonna start with the white. So I have a little bit in this cup, but you're always gonna water it down if your kids are doing some splatter painting. It's gonna just make it so much easier for the paint to actually give you that splatter effect. So I'm just mixing this.
And I could show you guys, like, I think we're gonna do blending on the next video, and I could show you guys my blending that I did.
Carly's really good at blending. She likes to paint canvas, and she's painted some really beautiful things. And she was practicing on some of these fireworks or firecrackers, but it doesn't blend the same on the MDO that it does on a canvas, because canvas is textured and the MDO is not. So she couldn't quite get the effect she was looking for.
But I did, like, after I did, I kind of like mixed it, like not mixed it, but like I kind of switched it around, but then it looked like it was blending.
Yeah. All right, Carly, now I don't know, what brush do you like to use for splatter paint?
Anything's fine.
Do you want to try this one, or do you want your square tipped ones?
I can try.
All right. I'm just gonna let her do it.
Can I do this?
You can do whatever you want. There you go.
Or you could like do this, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, so she likes to kind of take her fingers in the bristles. I like it. I like it. Let me turn it for you and get it at that kind of angle. Here we go. You can do this, honestly, guys, on any kind of pattern. It's okay. On any of these patterns. All right, you want to let it dry? Or get a little bit maybe there. We're going to let that dry. But you could do this on any of the patterns. And the thing I like about this is kids as young as 2, 3, 4 years old, this is something that they can do too. But your end result is actually very, very pretty. So we just started with the brilliant blue background, and Carly just splattered some paint on here for us. It's as simple as that. Now she is going to get some red on there. Do we need to let it dry, or do you think we need to just go ahead and do the red?
We can go ahead and do the red.
Okay.
It's going to be like the same thing.
Well, I didn't get napkins, so hold tight. Talk to me.
I don't know what to say, but I can show you guys my like firecracker that I blended today, and I think the next like live will be with my.
Yeah. So I'm not the splatter artist, Carly is, so I'm gonna let her show you all that. So now you're kneading your red.
Yeah.
Mixed with a little bit of water.
Can I try to mix it with the water?
Sure.
I'm not gonna mix it.
Not a problem. There is water. Now while she's doing that, I am going to firecrackers and start tracing some lines on there. I did not put the lines on there because I wanted you guys to be able to do it however way you wanted to.
Is that good?
Yeah, whatever you think. You're the expert. So I am going to just use this to trace a couple of lines so that I can do a stars and stripes firecracker.
We kind of got on the iPad.
That's okay. It looks really good. What do you guys think? You think your kids could do this? Hi, Deidre. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I am
33.
You're not supposed to tell everybody my age. I'm still young.
Well, you look 16.
Oh,
say
you're
you
so
look-
sweet.
You look so old, but no, you don't.
She's a sweetheart, y'all.
But not when drama happens, right?
Oh, not when drama happens, then you're not so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that happens. All right.
That's good.
So that's our splatter painted version. Perfect for kids to do, obviously. Well, I think you might want to go wash. Take that to the sink and wash it in the sink. Oh, come on. Painting with children. It's so fun. They make lots and lots of messes.
But messes are fun.
That's okay. Go wash up. I'm taking one of my big firecrackers right now, and I'm just tracing some lines on here because I wanted to do some stars and stripes on this. So I could not find my ruler, so I'm using a stir stick, y'all. A paint stir stick, because, you know. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fancy, but me personally, I don't do a very good job of doing straight lines. So I like to sketch or, you know, get my lines drawn on there. There's so many different things that you could honestly do with these. I didn't want to limit myself to any one design, so I kind of really have several different things we're going to just try together. I did not paint any of these in advance before today, so we're going to figure out if it looks doesn't, and I could always paint over it and try it again a different way. So I'm realizing this stir stick is a lot thinner than I thought. I was hoping my lines would actually be a little fatter, but that's okay. We shall make do. So now on this, just like I was talking about with the red, I did my base on here in red. Now I'm realizing I should have probably done this blue. It's red and white stripes and a blue top would obviously make more sense. So I might have to fix that, but I'm gonna go ahead right now and I'm just gonna get a little bit of white put into my lines so that way that could be drying, and I'll do the blue and that could be drying while we're working on some of these other pieces. I am curious though, what are you guys wanting to see on some of these polka dot stripes? Are you wanting to see just regular shading? Are you wanting to see some dry brush looks? Like I said, I'm not tied to any specific one thing, so I'm happy to try out whatever y'all are thinking.
Yeah.
I kind of got all my supplies here so we could do a little of this and a little of that. I'm already making a mess. Now, when it comes to this, I'm not trying to get perfect against those lines because I am going to come in and I'm going to shade it. Uh-oh. Carly, you unplugged the light. I am going to come in and shade it. So if I, am not straight on that line, that's okay. I have time to fix it whenever I come back in here and do my shading. So, y'all, I've finally gotten to paint a little bit this week. Since the start of all the blank stuff, I don't have time to paint anymore because I've been so busy doing a million other things. And so I actually got time to paint a little bit this week. I've had to work on some Cinco de Mayo gnomes. Miss Casey, if you're watching, I got your gnome finished. I'll have it at the store tomorrow. But yeah, it was nice to just kind of have a little bit of R&R and get a paintbrush back in my hand again. I don't realize how much I miss it until I haven't been able to do it in a while. Thank you, Donna, for the birthday wishes. Hey, Carly, Lily says hello. Hey, Sarah, how are you guys doing?
Hi, Sarah.
Tell Sammy we said happy birthday. There's been a lot of birthdays this week with a lot of different people. I guess there's a lot of April babies out here. Y'all see how my stripes ended up being a little skinnier? I really kind of envisioned them being fatter, but that stir stick I used as my ruler was a little thinner than I thought. But that's kind of your general look that I'm going for. Now, like I said, here I go wiping paint and tracking red paint all over the top. So I originally did this top white, and then I didn't think about it till after the fact that I wanted to do stars and stripes. So obviously I need to do blue. So I'm going to repaint this, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope that it can dry before we get done today. So some of these other ones that I have base coated, I thought we could do some polka dots and fun stuff like that. I really like the look of almost a little bit of everything, not being the same, every firecracker being the same. I kind of just prefer everyone being a little bit different. Same colors, but a little bit of a different style, I guess you could say. So I even thought maybe we could do a dry brushed one. I don't know if it'll look good, but we're gonna try it together and we shall see. I don't know if any of you have had any time to try the dry brushing or to practice the dry brushing and how that seems to be going. For me, I personally love the look of it. And I think it's a more simple skill that you could learn. So, I honestly prefer to do it anytime I can. Alright, I'm just kind of smoothing that paint out. I'm about to have Carly go set it in the sun. And hopefully this can dry and we can get it finished. Hey, Cars. Outside, please. She's already over there starting to paint something else for me. Alright. So I'm going to put my brush up in the water and we are going to try something different. All right, now this one I just base coated white and I got a coat of blue right here. And I wanted to do some polka dots. Now I have these at the store. It's a set of 4 and it's 4 different size polka dots. These are great, easy, cheap. I think we have them for a couple bucks. But I want to mix and match some different sizes. Now, this one's really small, so I think the large is a bit too large. So I think I'm going to go the medium and then get maybe the small one out of here. We'll see. Kind of thinking maybe 2 different polka dots, but now I'm thinking maybe just one. Let me get a little bit of paint. This is where your, fancy dinnerware that we eat dinner on every night comes in handy. So, nice disposable. I'm just gonna load the tip of my my polka dot roller. Now, red is always hard to go over top of a color, so this might be something I'm gonna have to do the dots twice. We'll have to see. Like I said, I didn't actually play with any of this before going on live, so we're playing together. We're gonna figure it out together.
Can I show them my rocket that I painted?
Sure.
This is my rocket that I painted.
I don't know, can y'all hear Carly? She was working on the blending on her rocket from darker blue up to a lighter blue.
Yeah, I forgot to like kind of shade the lighter blue, but it looks like it's...
So she wanted to show you guys that, but she was struggling to get it to look like the canvas, and she really wanted it to look like canvas, so.
Oh, and the top was supposed to be white, but I accidentally got red.
Yeah. All right, so now on my polka dots, I'm not really trying to do any set pattern. I just also really like the look of some of them coming off the edge. That way it's not all stuck right there in the middle. That's just me personally. But this is one of those things that's so simple and so easy that I think the kids would really enjoy getting to be creative with a pattern like this. I'm trying to almost do a half one out over here at the top. Nice and easy. Now, I'm gonna put a couple of white polka dots on here. We're gonna see if it looks good. If it doesn't, I could always repaint over that. But I'm gonna attempt it. Who knows if it's gonna look any good, huh? Let's see. Has anybody had a chance? Good morning, Debbie. Has anybody had a chance to paint any of their Patriotic pieces? I know my mom had shown y'all the cross and heart the other day with the flag on it. Those were so cute. I'm curious if anybody's had a chance to try their own hand at it yet. Now here, no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of any spot I feel like could use one is where I'm going.
Do I do what you want?
Yes, most definitely. We got lots of examples to show.
I'll do this one. Is this okay?
I kind of like that. What do y'all think? Nice, simple, easy. Now when this dries, I'm going to come in and I'm going to give it a little bit more highlights and definition around the edge of that. But I really like this for just, again, this is really, I think more kids would get a lot out of this. Those edge pieces, like the edge stars and stuff that we had, that would be a little bit more difficult. But as you all can see, you know, she's here helping me. She can do the same stuff. So that's the best part of this is, you know, her getting to enjoy herself, and that the things that I'm showing are easy enough that all the kids could really do this. Debbie, you like the white? I do too. It looks so good. All right, Carly, come into frame so they can see. Carly's working on her polka dots over here. That's okay. Now, there you go. That's fine. It's okay wherever you want. There's no set right or wrong. There you go. Load it up a little bit. I could always give you well, I guess it's a little late now. But you could always mix and match with the size of your polka dots. That's the thing I like about these little foam ones. They come in a pack of 4. Glitter would look awesome on the Firecracker sticker. I think you're right. They really would. You could do so much fun stuff with that. All right. Carly did hers. We're going to set that one aside. Can you hand me the white Firecracker cards? Now, I did want to just do one like kind of more plain shading and stuff, just to show you if that's something that you're wanting to do. Now, when I shade on white and it's Patriotic, I'm going to actually shade this one. I'm going to either shade it with the blue or I could shade it with the red. I think I'm going to shade it with the same blue that we've been using. I personally like the same colors to be consistent across the board, so I don't like to go and do anything too, you know, far out from that. So I'm gonna just show you guys a little simple shading. If that's something that you more prefer, then that is, you know, perfect to do for you. Here, turn this. Put your feet out that way. There you go. Now we have to save, I need to save this one. You can do that one. But I have to save this one. We have like 10 different things on the table, so I'm kind of trying to show a couple of different things. All right, so this one I'm gonna take a little bit of blue. And I'm going to take my flat shader. Mine's really wet right now because I just got it out of the water. I'm going to attempt it without adding water to here and see if I like it. And if it doesn't, you know, I don't have those fluid stroke motions, then I will add a little bit of water. But right now I'm just going to try to see how it works. So I kind of do that triangle dip at the bottom, at the corner, and I'm going to take my loaded side up against my perimeter. Trying to make sure y'all can see. No, I think it's okay. I'm gonna leave it. Now this is kind of your just more traditional look. More simple. Oopsies. Those strokes ended up being a little fatter than I wanted them, but that's okay. It's paint. Yes. Oh, you're doing another splatter one? Okay, be careful. All right, and then now I'm gonna shade the top. Now, when it comes to your shader on red, you don't have the dark red, that's fine. Take it with a little bit of black and you can make that color. Same thing with your brilliant blue, take a little bit of black and you can make navy blue. A lot of these colors you can mix with other ones if you're missing them. One of these days we'll have a video over mixing paint because I'm not even very good at it sometimes. It's more of a guest job for me at times. Now here at my table, I don't even have any maroon, so we're gonna make some because I didn't even prepare and bring any over for the live. Whoopsies. So, how are y'all doing today? It's Friday. It's a beautiful day. I thought it was supposed to rain, but it's turned out to be quite nice so far. Maybe the rain's coming. I'm not sure. I haven't paid attention to the weather. Just gonna take a little bit of black, mix it into my red. I prefer a darker than maroon. A really dark, deep red for shading. For me, it just looks better. I don't know if you can see it. It's about maroon right now. I'm gonna add a little more black. I personally like it to be a little darker. So,
What's the sponge for?
I will show. That's gonna be for the big firecracker I had you stick outside. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. So, you don't have this color? That's all right, you can always mix it. Debbie says the rain's coming. No. I don't like the rain. Again, I just got it in the corner of my brush and I'm taking that up against that perimeter. More plain, simple. Honestly though, I'm seeing these blue lines. I don't care for those, and I really think whenever that dries, I'm gonna take that off, and instead I'm gonna come in with my script liner and do really, really thin lines. I did that with my shader, so it came out a little thick, and I just don't care for the way it looks. So that's something I will have to fix after everything is all dry and everything. So, alrighty, I'm gonna put this one up. Let me see. I should have done the dry brushing on a firework. I didn't think about it. I'm gonna do it actually on the star. We're gonna see if we like it together. Who knows if we will or if we won't. And I totally just got paint in my hair. That's why you should have your hair up in a pony. We're gonna attempt it. Typically when I do dry brush, whatever that color is, I do a shade lighter and a shade darker. But in this case, to stick with my color themes, I'm gonna attempt a little blue on here. We're gonna see if we like it. I have a feeling I might not, but you never know unless you try. Dry brushing, you always are gonna wanna add water. You always want it to be thin, your paint to be thin, so that you can get those thin wispy lines. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water, and then I use these cheapy brushes. Mine's nasty, but I use these. I think we have them at the store for like $1. We got a 2-inch one there, but you can get these at Home Depot or anywhere. I like them the older that they are because my bristles end up getting a lot stiffer over time, and so that creates more of the look I personally like. So again, don't know if this is gonna look good, but we're gonna figure that out together. I'm just taking a little bit on the tip, not much at all, just a little bit. I don't want to overload it because I don't want thick lines. So you can see there's barely anything on there, and that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm going for. So I'm just gonna pick a spot and just kind of, y'all, I like it a little better than I was thinking I would. I really wish I would have saved a firecracker to do that with. But I kind of like it. Huh. What do y'all think? A little different. But notice I didn't get any more paint. Notice I didn't press down hard. I just very gently kind of went along the same, the same direction. You want to keep all your strokes going that same direction. So typically, whenever I'm doing stuff like this, I always wait for them to dry. But being on live, things don't, I can't get everything to dry. So I'm gonna try it with a little bit of red over top, and it might be one of those things I have to go, stop, wait. We'll see. We will see. My painting partner just disappeared on me. Disappeared on me, leaving a big old mess everywhere, but look, I guess she started another splatter paint one. All right, we're gonna do a little white. Now this one's not watered down, so I'm gonna have to add a little water. I don't ever like the way it looks when it doesn't have enough water. That's just me personally. I don't know if any of you guys have tried the dry brushing, but that water will really make a big difference in what it is that you're trying to do. Y'all, super easy, super achievable for the children to play around with. You could even come over top of this and do some big chunky white polka dots that I think would look really cool when that's done. But I think the kids would have fun doing something simple and more achievable for them. I like the look of it. It's different. I like it. Hey, can you go see if my large firecracker's done? While Carly's doing that, remember I told you I wanted to do stars and stripes, but I did not etch anything in there. Painting stars is incredibly difficult. So I'm going to show you the actually way of getting stars. I cut my own star sponges. So I took my kitchen sponge. It had this hard Brillo thing on the top. So I just ripped that off so that I could actually use the base of my sponge. So all I'm going to do is literally draw out a star. I have looked for good star sponges. I've never seemed to be able to find any that actually hold up for any length of time. And so I, several years ago, really just learned how to cut my own and go about it that way so that I can get that look I'm really wanting. Now, my stars never come out, you know, exactly symmetrical or anything, but that's okay. I'm not trying to be perfect. So I'm literally, I don't know if you can see my ugly star here, but that's okay. I'm gonna just take some scissors and I'm gonna cut it out, and I'm gonna use this to do my stars. It makes it so much simpler. If anybody has a good star sponge, let me know. Let me know where you found it. I've tried to find some and I've ordered some, and a lot of times by the time they come here, they're smushed down, they don't work, and then it'll have like two of the ends won't press down the right way, and they just never come out looking quite right. Okay. All right, I'm gonna need you to bring it to me because I still am gonna, or you can wait a few minutes till I finish this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out. We're gonna see how good of a job I do. So I'm putting myself on the spot here. But I'm gonna cut this out, and then that stars and stripes firework that we did first, firecracker firework, I don't even know what to say, but firecracker, I'm gonna do some stars on it with my sponge. Now this also is gonna be something I'm probably gonna need to take a second and kind of clean it up a little bit. It's not the best, but it'll get the job done. Got to be a better way. If somebody could come up with a really good star sponge, I would be so appreciative. All right, will you go grab that one for me? All right, y'all, I'm gonna call it good. It's my star. It's not perfect, but it didn't cost me anything. I walked around the house and found a house I knew I could use. So I'm gonna take this. Now, when I personally do my sponges, I like to get them a little bit wet. Like, I actually like to take them to the sink, run them under the water, and then fully squeeze all that water out. To me, the look I'm gonna get from that, it's always so much better if I do it in this way. Can you help me kind of clean some of that up? Thank you so much. It's still a little bit wet, so you're gonna want yours to be dry. But that's okay. For the sake of time, we gonna make it work. Alrighty, so remember that sponge is wet. I just got it wet. Honestly, it could even stand to be a little wetter. I think I might have squeezed too much out. Yeah. Alrighty, let's see how good of a job I did at cutting this star shape. We'll see together. Alright. Now on this, it's kind of just like the polka dots. I like some of them to be going off. I don't want to stick all of them. That's just me personally. You know, you do what you like. But I kind of like the look of almost just not being symmetrical, not being perfect. So I need a lot more paint. Now the tips of that one didn't come off too good because that blue paint is still super, super wet. So let's see if I can get some of these to come out a little better. Thank you, baby. Now, if you're lifting it up and you're seeing that some of your corners didn't go down, that's okay. I literally stick it right back over top and push those corners down. I got a really, really wet spot right there, so I'm gonna have to try to work around it. Thank you. Now you see how these coming out perfectly. I can still see those sponge marks there. I personally love the way that looks. If you don't, you could always fill it in with a paintbrush. But me, I love it.
Can you cover up my fingerprint?
Yes, Carly just asked if I can cover up her fingerprint. This one's going to be the harder one because this is a big blob of wet paint underneath here. So that might be one that would require a little touch up. Oh, that's okay.
It looks like it was dry.
And I'm going to also come over here and just go. I'm gonna let it go. So I personally like the look of the sponge stars. You know, it didn't cost you anything. If you have a couple of those laying around on your kitchen sink, go grab one and cut it up. You can make several different ones out of it. I just was moving quickly. Had I actually spaced those out a little better on my sponge, I could have definitely done more. Oh, Kimberly says happy birthday. Thank you, Kimberly. You're so sweet. Y'all are just the sweetest. I have really enjoyed today. It's been such a nice day. And I get to go eat sushi as soon as I get done with you guys. So, woohoo! That's exciting. All right, now, remember I told y'all how I wanted these to be thicker? Had they been thicker the way I really wanted them to come out, I would have come and did shading along each line. But since these are so thin, if I came in here and I shaded these lines really dark like I normally would, you wouldn't even see the red. So all I'm gonna do is take a little bit of that maroon that I made earlier, that I mixed earlier, get a little bit on the corner of my brush. Thank you so much, Kimberly. And I'm just gonna kind of give some elongating strokes here. Oh, Carly's helping me with. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't know if y'all could see that. I don't want that to be too dark. I personally prefer it to be a little bit lighter. And then we are gonna see if I can do pinstripes on here. Because it's wet, I don't know if this is gonna turn out the way I'm hoping it will, but if it doesn't, that's okay. I could fix it later. So I don't know, those of you that were with me when we did the flower wheelbarrow, you remember how I was doing really light strokes on those flowers? I'm kind of looking to do the same thing across these stripes. I don't want them to be too dark and too bold to where, you know, they really stand out like that. I would rather it just be kind of more light, wispy, and almost like a unintentional, you know, unintentional with your strokes. Almost like a sloppy stroke. Kind of like the way that looks. That's just me though. You know, y'all could always do it a heck of a lot more cleaned up, clean cut. But I didn't want it to look like that. I kind of liked it like this. I am gonna just take a little bit of white now. and do a little bit of highlights. Highlights are always that thing that it really helps to make everything pop. Now we've done a lot of different firecrackers today and different variations of them. I will get some good photos of these as examples, but I'm really excited to see what you guys can come up with. Because like I said, I really wasn't stuck on any particular thing today. I just wanted to venture out there and try a few new things and see if we liked them. Some I like, some I don't, but that's okay.
I like all of them. Because you made them.
You're so sweet. Now, looking at this, honestly, I really need to let it dry a little bit, and then I could come in. I liked trying to do the almost like stitching type lines that weren't so bold and dark. I was personally going for that. But now that I'm sitting here looking at it, I don't know, I might change it after it dries. I'm not 100% sure. I like it, but I don't like it, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna have to sleep on that one and come back to that and see if I like that. Would you set that one outside? Will you see if the one, Carly, that has the blue strokes is dry, the white one at the bottom with the blue strokes, so I can fix that one? I didn't like how that one came out, so I'd like to try to fix that one together. I did want to, Deidre asked me yesterday if I could show a new blank that I'm gonna have for you guys on our live on Monday night. So, here I am to show you one. All right, this one, actually I'm gonna show you two.
I didn't really know which one I liked.
That one, this is the one I was, oh, that one's dry, so we can fix this one together. But we have a Patriotic gnome. I just got paint all over it. He's got a little star. We're gonna put polka dots on this star, and then he's already got his stripes on his hat. I thought this one was super, super cute. I was gonna try to do it today during this live, but there's no way I'll base coat shade and outline that and do these as well. So that's gonna be one of them. And then I got one more. This is one that you guys requested. A nice little sunflower. We also have the same version that says welcome across the sunflower. So more details to come on our on these guys. These are not online yet. They won't be online until Monday. But there's your sneak peek. We got some sunflowers. We got lots of fun stuff coming. Sunflowers, Patriotic gnome. I've also seen that you guys are requesting other gnomes. I'm not sure what gnomes you're wanting, but let me know and we can see if we can't get those for you.
What about Christmas?
Christmas stuff? We're not, Carly, so what about Christmas? We're not doing anything Christmas yet because we don't have glitter. And so the last thing we would want to do is cut something for you guys and show y'all how to do everything, and then we can't show you how to do the glitter because the supplier is shut down. They are in New Jersey. So they're not open. All right, I am going to take my white and just cover back up those strokes. I didn't care for the way that they looked. You know how we did that dry brush on the star? I really think I should have did some dry brushing right here. That would have looked really pretty. So I might end up doing that later and posting a picture of it. But right now I am just gonna clean it up. I don't like the way that this turned out. And half the time painting, that's what happens, is you try something, you think it's gonna look good, and then you end up not liking it, and that's totally fine. You can always fix that after it's dry.
For next Easter, we should have a Santa that was Easter, that has like Easter bunny stuff on it.
Oh yeah?
That would be cute.
So simple as that to clean this up. I've already convinced myself this needs to be dry brushed. I think that would look really pretty. So I'm gonna dry brush it with this brilliant blue and then a little bit of red down at the bottom. I'm gonna leave it. Now at the top, I'm just gonna do simple as little highlight strokes. That's it. I don't want to put too much on here. You can obviously do so much more with these, but I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. I'm excited to see what the kids come up with. I didn't want to really show you guys anything incredibly specific and only one way to do these. We just do them however. Polka dots, stripes, making a star with the kitchen sponge. Really, sky is the limit. So on this one, I am gonna come back and fix it with a dry brush. And then when this dry brush star is done, I'm gonna try to put some big, fat, chunky white polka dots on there and see. And then this is something too, you could always write, you know, USA or whatever on it. We could do something like that. But when I came on today, I didn't have a set, set thing in mind about everything. So it makes it kind of hard because you don't know what you're about to do. But then at the same time, it's nice to just try something different together. And hey, we found some stuff I didn't like, and that's okay. So Jennifer says, so happy to see this post. Jennifer, I'm so happy that you are here. I hope that your family are doing well, and I hope that y'all's kids will enjoy this. So Monday night, I will be back live around 7 p.m. with the new blanks coming up. Thank you, Tiffany, for the birthday wishes. You guys are so sweet. So Monday we'll do a live at 7 p.m.-ish, and we'll show you guys all the new blanks, and then also get you guys set up or get you guys the dates when we're gonna have all of those. Those of you who've placed any orders online, we are open back to normal business hours. Still doing social distancing and everything, but our store is outdoors, so you're welcome to swing on by. And then those of you that place orders, they are ready to go. So you can swing on in the store, pick those up. There's paint there. We got everything there ready for you. Oh, thank you guys so much. I don't see any questions, but I enjoyed spending my birthday with you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And I will see you guys on Monday. Keep sending us those photos. I love seeing what y'all are creating. I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.